Welcome, punks. Would it be what it is, what it is? This has been Rajan live Punkery show on CNRNG. Your hosts again are Rashawn and Cashe, but Cashe is not here right now. She's on the seaside. She needs to try to find a man, you know what I mean? If y'all know what I mean, the biological clock is ticking, so, you know, Cashe needs to go find a man and all this snits, you know what I mean? Shout out to Hendrik, shout out to Val Blood, obviously, punks. So, you know, who's Cashe? She's the co-host, but again, she's on the seaside, and she gotta find a man. I think she's going there to find a man, cocksucker. And like I said, the biological clock is ticking, you know what I mean? So hopefully she can find a dude to fix her, obviously. Shout out to Jay as well. He got a kill with the combat PDW. Now, SMGs don't get a lot of love on the server, you know what I mean? But the combat PDW, GG with the kill by Jay. No loan, she is not fired. No. But yeah, she's not fired. It's just that we're here solo show, or at least for a little bit, because in a few minutes I'm expecting a special guest co-host right here. His name is TheKillaer, the #1 weapon dealer in the NG. Yes, Hendrik, clocks that tick are usually bombs. That's right. So, the clock is... See, but the thing about biological clocks, right, is that, you know, if she figures out that it's ticking, right, it's the time that it detonates is when they have a kid, you know what I mean? So that's actually a good bomb, you know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, the clock is ticking. You gotta figure it out, you know what I mean? That's how it be. We're on the NG. Oh, here we go. He's right here. Our special guest host for the week. Like I said, the #1 gun runner on NG. His name is TheKillaer. There he is. That's him back in the Mumble days. Mumble used to say his name as TheKillaer. They put a B in it for whatever reason. So ever since I called him,
complimentary Mumble access.
That's right. Mumble is dead, but Discord is taking over. I think only Cadswallop has Mumble installed. He's kind of a boomer a little bit.
I actually had it installed until the other day.
For real? That's some boomer shit right there, bro. But yeah, no one uses that shit. TeamSpeak, no one uses that shit unless you're like a boomer ass CS:GO player. But that's how we're gonna have TheKillaer in the house for this show and all that stuff. Like I said, the #1 gun runner in the NG. Let me take a look. What is the market right now? Actually, 32 million is what you got.
32 million sold.
Oh. $32 million worth of guns sold to the people in NG. That's huge. That's huge. The arms market has gone down. It's now 96%. It was high all yesterday. I don't know how y'all survived, but like you said before, they got no choice, you know? You can't be giving charity out here with these guns, you know? They're always in high demand, so bitches gotta come out here and get the cash.
Gotta keep the DM market moving.
That's right. Hopefully people will buy more SMGs, like how Jay just killed a guy with an SMG. AP pistol. I want to see more SMG kills, guys. Alright, you gotta give SMGs love. They're kind of useless in this game, right? But you get some points if you get a kill with some kind of SMG. Let's see, so I wanted to go over some stuff that Mellow Fog added to the dev team, but you know, it's usually him, added to the NG over the past couple days. You know what I mean? Yesterday, it occurred to me, I was in the NG Discord. I don't usually go around, you know, CNR Discords. You know, I still got PTSD from the early 2010s being in Sphincter Biggie's unofficial CNR Discord bullshit where you had 20 dumbasses in the same channel. You know, no compatibility whatsoever. Remember those times?
Yeah, it was just kind of mishmash of randoms and
Yes,
Borats
mismatch
and
of
whatnot.
Borat stupidity and all that. So I was kind of reluctant, but it wasn't that bad. It didn't get above like 8 people. It was mostly Muricans, but you know how the Borats are. It's 2021, still don't got a microphone. Or a good microphone, doesn't make any sense. Then again,
Yeah, I'm actually broadcasting off of a USB webcam at this time. No microphone.
imagine guys, Killer, he's a dude. He just got the 3080 Ti. Oh, should I have a sound effect for that? He got the 3080 Ti a week ago, and this man does not have a proper microphone. How about that? How about that? But you're gonna get one soon, right? Anyway.
Hopefully.
Yeah, this webcam mics, I used to use that back in a long time ago. It wasn't great. I used to be cheap with microphones, and then I was like, you know what? All these mics that I've gone through, I could have just bought one that was a bit more expensive, and it would have lasted me a lot longer. And
Cry once, cry once.
that's right, had the Yeti for I think 4 years now. Fucking bouse. You know what I mean? Would recommend. So you Borats out there, save up 2 months if you frequent Discord to get your microphone, dumbass. You know what I mean? That's what it would be. But last night I noticed, because a few days ago they added a very similar Crazy Bob's hit system inside the NG, and how it was so you kill a guy, right? The hitman kills the guy who had a hit contract on him. The guy who gets killed by a hit is immune to hits for, you know, about 20 minutes or something like that. But last night's was in
And
the
they
NG.
also save now, I believe.
Yeah, they save after anyone disconnects. I think, you know, the hit placer, the hits haver, whatever the fuck it is. But last night I had seen Crown Clown placed a hit on Tank, both in the Discord. The Crown Clown was like, "Hey, you stole my Patriot."
DM.
But yeah, and he didn't even know it was his Patriot. He was like, "I didn't see your name on it." But Crown Clown was like, "It's my car." So Crown Clown placed the hits.
Gray area.
Yeah, there are too many gray areas on the server. We'll get to that in a few minutes, you know, because a few people are talking about rule books and shit. But when it comes to CNR, like, you know, if you were to list every single gray area, it would be a meme. But still, so Tank...
Yeah, it'd be a mile long, I mean.
It'd be a mile long, huge. 500, 1,000 entries. It'd be like a fucking, you know, sports league rule book or some shit. But Tank, he put it into his own hands, right? He went after Crown Clown, got that kill, right? Canceled the hits. And then Crown Clown placed another hit. It's like, oh, well. So, you know, hit revenge, you know. The penalty for dying in NG isn't as bad as in Crazy Bob's, right? I think it's easier to die in GTA 5 or 5M and, you know, this server in general, right? So, you know, getting ass kicked doesn't really mean very much, but Crown Clown got his ass kicked, and what he did was place another 10k hit. So it's like, oh, well, you know, Tank wasn't really rewarded for destroying Crown Clown and canceling the hits. And then we kind of had the idea, in that case, maybe after the hits haver, right, kills the hit placer, the guy... Yes. That was Crown Clown's background, by the way, the entire time. All you could hear was cars just revving in the background. But, you know, we were thinking, like, maybe the guy who had the hit that kills the hit placer should be immune to hits by that guy for, like, I don't know, however much time. But then I remembered there's only one server restart, so it's like, you know, I don't know, because in Crazy Bob's, right, after the game week, it was all done,
You're
but
saying the hit placer to be immune?
no, the one who was given the hits should be immune, like if they kill their hit placer. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Yeah, the guy who kills the hit placer should be immune to hits from that person for.
So it just doesn't
Yeah,
keep going over and over.
exactly. Yeah, that would be an idea, but I thought the restart, server restart may not happen for a very long time or whatever. So, and if you put it to a time limit, well then after an hour, right? If both are still on, well, the dude will just place a hit back after an hour, and it's like there's no point in that. But
I mean, they have to get bored eventually, right? I mean,
true, but with these people, you never know. Like somebody was talking about common sense yesterday, and it's like senior players, man, or people in general, they don't got common sense. Like anytime where you say, oh, use common sense, blah, 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 a lot of people don't have common sense. So you gotta really, hammer in their head or some shit, trial and error, it takes people to get their ass punished to understand stuff, but who knows, that's an idea for the hit thing, because Tank was always mad about the Crazy Bob's hit system. He would always bitch about it, shout out. But
just kept getting killed over and over, basically.
Yeah, it was double-edged sword. I think it was one of the reasons why Crazy Bob got that ass out of here, because he worked so hard about on the version, right? And it was positively received, but I think all the rage about it has all got to whatever. But still, what were we just talking about? Oh, the rulebook thing. Yeah, that's a huge thing, Like a few days ago, Chappie, right? He posted a topic on the forearm about gray areas, and when it comes to CNR, this game mode, like there are so many gray areas that you can't even really, get everything covered,
Right, and honestly, I think personally the rules are sufficient. It's just, people are gonna do what they do.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
and I don't think the problem is what the rules are, but more so people are upset at the application of them. From certain admins, they have their own rules and do their own thing and whatnot. And I don't think that what the rules are currently is a problem, but maybe how they're applied, and so that they're applied equally is what I see the major frustration with most players is.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, people were, happy that the phrase admins can enforce rules as they see fit was, that terminology was taken away, or, quote unquote taken away. But I mean, and also the thing about it is that the rules can't be too long, because not every person's gonna just sit there and read all the rules and be like, oh,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's gotta be clear and concise and quick. But this is a very complicated, convoluted game mode, and I honestly don't think that the notion of admins can force rules as they see fit can truly go away unless there is an extensive explanation of most gray areas that can be thought of, so.
And I think maybe, some of the more common stuff, like, I don't know, killing people for robbing the bank and whatnot, that stuff can be, explained a little bit. But, I don't think it should be necessarily, slash rules and you see this freaking long page or you gotta scroll down.
Exactly. No one's gonna. Once you see that scroll thing at the right, you're not doing that.
It's like, yeah, exactly. And stuff's gonna get lost in there. And as long as the main rules, and I don't think the rules that they were in Crazy Bob's were wrong. I mean, after a while, they kind of got applied a little bit more equally across the admin team, depending on who you ask. But I don't think that they were necessarily a problem.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a problem either, and it's okay, Lon. I'll turn Killer up if that works. But yeah, I mean that's really how it is, and it's funny because I don't know if I just said it, but that gray area topic got closed after 2 days or some shit. So it's not like anything actually, you know, materialized out of it. Chuppy was mad because people were answering the questions. He just asked for questions. He didn't ask for answers.
Yeah, kind of could have predicted that. I mean, topics like that, they don't usually go well. You're gonna have differing opinions across the board with depending on who you're asking. So
exactly true, and people are like, there should be because here's also the thing that I had with Crazy Bobs, right? Is that I believed that the worse of a player you are, the more that you got punished, right? The more severe your punishment should be, right? But
I mean, yeah, as long as you weren't a dickhead, and some of the dickheads, they got treated the same way as the ones that weren't dickheads. But
exactly,
don't be too big of a dickhead.
Exactly, yeah, and I mean, just the notion of that can introduce some things that aren't consistent, So I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, it's perfect now, because it ain't gonna be. That's what it is. It ain't gonna be. It ain't
right, and then another thing is, as the game mode evolves and, they add features and commands and, more scenarios that people can encounter, you can't account for all that stuff in the rules.
Yeah, that's been true. Like, new things will be introduced that we don't know right now. I mean, there are a lot of cocksuckers in Crazy Bobs. Hendrik, if you want to join, you can. Not keeping it closed. But there are a lot of people in Crazy Bob's, right? There are hidden bugs in the server, blah blah, that never got discovered by people till years later, because they should have been fucking beta testers or game testers for other places or some shit, because some of the stuff that they found after Crazy Bob's had been around for a decade is just crazy.
Some people just like to do the random ass shit.
Yup, they're just a bunch of dumbasses at the end of the day. Let's see. Another one here by Mellowfag. A lot of vehicles been added to all of the dealerships around, and yesterday the market for that was very low. It's still rock bottom. There are a lot of cars added. There are a lot of cocksuckers that complained, why not list all of the cars added to the server? And I'm like, bro, first of all, I don't know how many people have played GTA Online on the server, but a lot of these cars have been out for 4 years. That's number one. GTA Online released some of those cars, a lot of those cars from like 2017, 18. I don't know when the last expansion was for GTA Online, but
I personally know absolutely none of the names of anything.
Same.
Well, in that case, I guess it would be like, a surprise to some of y'all, and I guess to me as well. I don't know most of the cars, but even if I don't know some of the cars, and I'm led to believe that there were many, 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 many cars added to the dealerships, right? To name every single one in the changelog is kind of a meme. Maybe list a few notable ones, maybe.
Exactly.
Yes,
yeah.
that could be notable.
Especially police ones, because I know that they have a limited use of what they get by default or whatever they can buy.
Yeah, sure. I think the only sports cars are the Cheetah Classic and the T20, but but even if you list some of the cars, right? It may mean nothing, because, like, for example, if I said, oh, a bunch of new cars were added to the dealership rotation, like the Tyrant and the Tempesta and the Thrax, that means nothing, because no one knows what those fucking cars are.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know even whether that's like a sedan or. It sounds fucking weird though.
You know what's my problem? Being an admin, because even if I wanted to spawn a vehicle for myself, I wouldn't know the names. So I like That's why I don't do it, because I don't know the names, and I don't know the names of any locations also. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
last
man.
night I was looking at some GTA wikis to, figure out what the hell I was even buying. So, if
Me
you're
too,
in doubt,
yes.
just buy some. Just look it up on Google.
yes, exactly. We need pictures of the vehicles when you're buying.
Right.
Yes, me too. Like
Like,
when I was abusing spawning cars, I had to go on the GTA wiki to know what the fuck they were. You know?
the first time I was looking for this plane I can shoot with, I went to buy a plane, and I had to do that. I had to Google the name of the plane that was available for sailing, and that's how I found it.
Yeah, the Nokota, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I still don't remember it.
That's the Rustler.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's the more flexible Rustler, you know. Like I don't understand Blaster. Like I mean Hendrik, I don't understand. Like I was not a Rustler pilot in Crazy Bombs, right? I always like to say that in San Andreas, I drive as well as I can't fly. Wait, did it make? Okay, yeah, I drive as
made
well as I
sense.
can't fly. So yeah,
And
so
I do remember you being a good driver. That's true.
exactly. I can't fly worth shit, but I was a bounce driver. The Rustler was just too stiff for me, man. Not flexible enough. I'm sure that all of you pro, pilots were great, but I don't understand because the
R.I.P.
Nokota,
Shep.
rip in peace to Shep, he was the best dude. Listen, shout out to Shep. Best product of the UK, by the way. Everybody else from the UK is retarded. Shep is a fucking bouse. So
Number one.
props to that dude. But I don't understand, Hendrik, like the Nokota is a lot more flexible, you know, but a lot of these Rustler pilots don't like it.
And I think that just has to do with the physics of GTA 5 compared to Samp. I mean, even the Hydra in that game was, it's like you're underwater.
That is true, yeah. I haven't flown Hydra in a long time, but yeah.
I don't really know about other planes. I haven't played that much, but I today realized why it's harder, and it's because you have to actually aim when you shoot.
Yeah, that's right.
Because in San Andreas, it would like automatically shoot whatever is close to you.
Right. It had like a
That's
range.
the hard part, yeah.
Yes, the Rustler, the auto aim on the Rustler, yeah, but it's a good trade-off because
yes,
it's a much stronger, the guns are much stronger, but you have to actually aim it. But if you master it,
yeah, I think if you have really good skill with that, I mean, you could terrorize the skies in CNR currently.
Exactly. So what you gotta do, Hendrik, you gotta fly the Nokota for many hundreds of hours, you know what I mean? You gotta be connected to the server for 7 hours, flight school, all that stuff. And you gotta master that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I'm dying all the time now. Don't be confused.
Yeah, go back to that airfield in Samp and go through that flight school and shit.
Yeah, that would work.
That's what you gotta do. Gotta reacquaint yourself with that Ducati.
Also,
go ahead.
Also, another different thing I need to get used to is the range of shooting. Like in Samp, you would have to be quite close to make damage, but in this game, the bullets will hit your target even if you're quite far away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, especially that sniper rifle.
That yet. Yeah, that too. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the sniper rifle in this one is, it actually behaves like a sniper rifle. In Samp, it was, just kind of like a short range thing.
Yeah, it was controlled by the script also.
Oh yeah, and you got to make sure that you use control to scoot, crouch down or whatever the hell you do.
Yeah.
The stealth mode or some shit. See, Ducati.
I believe it improves accuracy. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it, but it makes it feel like you do.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure actually.
But like right now, my problem is that I'm trying to get too close to whoever I'm shooting at, because I'm thinking I have to get so close to make damage, and that will lead to my death when I hit some light pole or something. So I'm learning. Don't be confused why I die all the time right now.
Just gotta turn up your distance scaling as well.
Yeah.
Yes, you can't have a potato. You can't have PS3 graphics like Ultimate and Ricky Scar. I don't understand all that. Listen, GTA 5, 6-year-old game on PC, right? I can't be tracked, that's right. I'm a spectating cocksucker. But yeah, GTA 5, 6-year-old game, guys. You know, I hate to be that guy, right? Maybe if I was still 18, right, I'd understand. But listen, GTA 5, this is a 6-year-old game on PC. Don't be installing them PS3 graphics mods, guys. Alright, it's a meme. Don't do it. Just get a PS3 instead. Dumbass. That's how it be. Let's see. So, one fix that I loved is that the guns get some diversification, you know, or their own identities, you know. A lot of the guns have their own prices, because before, in Ammu-Nation, you know, it was all beta-fied. All the weapon types had, every weapon inside the same weapon type had the same price, which I thought was kind of a meme. But me and Bega kind of messed around with that. And of course, we know in GTA 5 SMGs are very useless. So they've got to be the cheapest, you know. Assault rifles, even though you can't use those or SMGs off of a helicopter, they're a bit more expensive. The MG and the Combat MG have been skyrocketed, you know, because they were the meta before. It's almost like PC buying, right? You know, you either buy shit or you buy the best, right? It was, you either buy a pistol, or I'm sorry, you buy pistols and the MG, nothing in between, because SMGs didn't really warrant the price. And assault rifles, well, you know, they didn't warrant the price, you know, lowering compared to the MGs. But maybe, you know.
So do all the Ammu-Nations now randomize? I just bought a battle axe at this one here.
Yeah, they should be randomized. The plan was that a few guns from every weapon type would be in an Ammu-Nation, and you know, you go to another one, it should be different and all that. So that should be a good thing. Of course, if there are no gun runners online or whatever the case may be. I was also thinking maybe gun runners could soon enough customize the type of weapons that they sell, or per type, I mean.
Yes, that's a big thing to me, is now, you know, gun runners are sort of obsolete for the time being. Not fully, but, you know, you can still sell AP pistol and the main ones, but you know, I can't sell a battle axe if I wanted to. And Ammu-Nation sells battle axe right now.
Yeah, I heard about that too. I heard Bega was like, you know, armor, for example, should not consume a credit. If y'all could sell melee weapons, I don't think it should consume a credit, because, you know, people,
or even just a half a credit, and you know, as long as the credit price is balanced with, you know, whatever the cheapest items are. I think that's really important.
Yeah, it should be. Because at this point, like, he was selling armor for 10k last night, and I was like, not too sure about that. But yeah, most of the weapons, at least, well, not weapons, I guess, like armor, for example, like probably shouldn't consume at all a credit, no matter what the market is. Armor should be, you know.
Yeah, and I did post a thread on that, because, you know, the prices are totally out of whack, and, you know, I don't know if you noticed, but PD just has flat rate armor that just never changes price, and it's the cheapest no matter what. And you know, when you go to PD and you go to jail or whatever, and you come out, you know, in general, you probably don't have armor. So first stop you're gonna do is just buy armor at that desk, which is like $3,500.
That's true. There you go, devs. That's one thing to fix, huh? You gotta change the armor at the PD compared to what the market is, you know.
Yes, I have a thread on that on the forum, so hopefully they'll look at that.
Oh, there you go. There you go. The killer always one step ahead, Gogsucker, you know what I mean? But I think there was one crawl I had of the weapons. So right now, there have been a lot of helicopter, cop tanks, and police mavericks, froggers. I don't know why they use a frogger. I guess it's a better helicopter. But I've seen the helicopter tanks, and all of a sudden, or you know, they can only use pistols off of a helicopter, which is interesting.
Is it pistols only, or did they? Because I know you can't use assault rifle now, definitely.
Yeah, I tested it out yesterday because I saw a bunch of people using like heavy pistols, outside the helicopter, and I'm like, the fuck? So I spawned one, right? I abused one in the passenger, the gunner area, and tried to use an SMG, didn't work. No assault rifle, of course, no MG. So yeah, right now it's just pistols. If that just looks a bit weird, but you know, police helicopters were a bit, you know, OP a little bit. They're a bit dunce as well.
I was extremely strong. I got chased by a couple, and you know, I mean, they're just raining bullets down on me, and I got fucked.
Yeah, it's basically cop tanks and Zamp. How
even
easy
worse, and they don't even have to like steer on roads and shit. So
yeah, no, a lot of them are lazy as well. I remember when I was recording for Rate My Chase, I was in Blaine County. There was a guy running from helicopter cops. His car got blown up. He was in the middle of, well, not middle of nowhere. He was on the road, but there were no cars around whatsoever, and yet the helicopter cops seemed so threatened that they killed him in the middle of the road. No threat whatsoever. And I was like, okay, guys, I mean, what's going on here, you know? Yeah, but it's kind of a meme. I was also thinking about the, you know, Warrant-Killing, you know, I don't know where the line can be drawn. There's a lot of, like, you know, what's the word, conditional situations for it, right? Because I recorded a chase, I think it was Tank, actually. His car was on fire. It was in the middle of the highway, right? Didn't have a star on. Didn't have a the resist star on him. He got out, and he got wailed on by from two sides, from a cop tank and some other solo cop. They ran his ass over and killed him. And I was like, well, that's a bit, you know, overkill. But then again, he got killed on the highway, so you know, you can't risk him getting another vehicle. I guess that's fine. But, you know, there are also situations like I just said, you know, guy, Blaine County, no cars around, warrants, police helicopter guys just destroy him. And it's like, that's kind of a meme. I wonder if there's a way, like, to check if a warrant dies to a cop where there are no unoccupied cars around.
that's good. That's a good chance. I mean, it'd just be a checkup, you know, basically, if there's a vehicle near them.
Exactly, because at that point it's like, Oh, and also, like, if they don't have, like, the resist star on them.
Is that a resist star, or is that when they're most wanted? Because I'm so confused on what that star means next to their name.
I think, I don't know if Nabarro is listening, but I think you get the star if you get told to pull over, like, 3 times. Like, if you're being chased by cops as a warrant, and you don't, like, you know, surrender or whatever.
So now
does
the star, is that like a license to kill? Can I kill them if they have a star?
I think so.
Because I heard somebody say something like that earlier, and I wasn't, you know, I don't play cop, so I don't know, but, you know, at least if I get killed like that, at least I know.
Yeah, I mean, I think warrants right now, for the most part, are mostly licensed to kill, unless they're surrendering. Ducati just said, ask to pull over twice or shooting the cop. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then, you know, if they get I guess that makes sense then if they get the star to kill them, because, you know, they're running away or they're shooting the cop, and it's no excuse.
Yeah, true, and I guess it could be fine, because, like I said, you know, dying here isn't as bad as it is in Crazy Bob's, right?
Right, and that's why we get, you know, 5 life insurance, which is really easy to stay on top of. And, you know, if you die, you're not too far away from the city hall, so.
That's true, and they cost, like, last I checked, they were like 15K or some shit, so.
I've never seen them go above 15.
Yeah, so. In the end, it's probably making an issue out of nothing, actually. You know, yeah, it's not that big of a deal, you know, because back in Crazy Bob's rides, you know, a lot of people, complain just to complain, but, you know, here, it's not too much of a big deal, honestly. as far as life insurances would be. So, you know, if you're a warrant, if you get that ass kicked, well, you know, that's how it be, I guess. One thing I would do though is smuggling. I don't think there's any incentive to smuggle guys. You gotta increase the price on that, honestly. Yeah, because the main ways that I get cash is by fishing and hunting. Don't see the incentive to do smuggling. Very fun mission. Well, kind of, because you have to. It takes like 11 minutes to get from South Los Santos to Blaine County back to fucking Los Santos. Kind of a meme, but you gotta bump up the prize money on that one, to be honest with you. Not too balanced on that one. Let's see. What else? Oh, the shotguns. Yeah. The shotgun damage got destroyed. I think Vegas said that a bullpup shotgun does 8 damage close range, which I'm not too sure if that's true now. It was.
You said the pump shotgun?
The bullpup shotgun, which I didn't know was in the game until a few days ago. But and I hear it's a shit shotgun anyway. But it does like 8 damage now, close up, which is kind of a meme. But you know, shotguns were meta for all that time, and
especially the pump. I mean, that thing, one shot, one kill. At, you know, when you're standing right next to them.
Yeah, it was huge. You know, I thought it should. You know, I thought maybe, you know, just increase the price or lower the damage by a little bit, because, you know, like I said, I think it's kind of common sense. Like, I mean, there are some situations where you can't get out of being in short range. Like, I guess, you know, if a guy's robbing the bank,
or robbing you, number one on the scores for robbed from, by the way.
Oh, and well, you're the one with all the guns sold. You know, you're like the target, and you're outside the PD all the time, right, or whatever.
Yeah, like I said the other day, I must have like my name on the wall in an internet cafe or something, because I get robbed by like the same 5 guys every day.
Yeah, so watch out for the Zionist Jews guys. They're kind of a problem. I don't know if you know who they are.
Was that the Jewish Latino organization?
I have no idea, but they had the Zionist Jews tag on yesterday. I had to kill them both because they were trying to rob me. But yeah, you know, the shotguns were huge meta. I could be wrong, but I think I could be wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, I think their prices were increased and the damage was decreased, which is kind of a meme. I could be wrong about that, but all I know is that the damage was decreased. But you know, all that time I was saying, well, just don't get into those situations. I guess it's unavoidable in some situations, but you know, I don't know. You know, it's funny because the sawed-off had no meta, right? And I had suggested to not decrease the damage that much on the sawed-off because, first of all, no one used it. Second of all, it's inaccurate. Number 3, it's even shorter range. So it's like if you nerf the sawed-off, well, you know, it's dead is dead, you know? So I don't know what the stats on the sawed-off are, but I wonder if people will figure that out and start using it, whatever the case may be. Oh, hold on. But yes, you know, the sawed-off, if you cocksuckers are listening, try that. Try that, and maybe it may be an alternative. If not, oh. Alright, yeah, let me, we're gonna do a live testing right here, guys. A live testing of how much damage the sawed-off does from, it's not the sawed-off, the pump shotgun. The pump shotgun does.
I know yesterday I totally got decimated by one up close. It was literally 100 to 0.
Is that, 32 damage, damn.
Wow, that's about
32? Well, I mean, it's a modest amount of damage.
About a third of what it was, I'd say.
Yeah, a modest amount of damage. You know, those Zionist Jews guys, I would have destroyed them much quicker if, you know, it was pre-nerf. But yeah, 32 damage is what is that this pump shotgun MK2 or the pump shotgun?
That was the standard pump.
Oh, that's the standard one. 32, yo, modest. I think it should be a bit more, but you know, that's That's how
especially at such close range. I don't know if it scales with range, but
it does.
I think it should be at least just a little bit over half or something, 50, 55 or something.
It does scale with range. But yeah, point blank 32. Oh, it's 31. Interesting.
Wow, so it's about 32 point blank and 31 from what 30 feet away.
Yeah, I guess he just I don't know. I guess he changed the like the damage fall off range too. It's not bad. It's not that bad. At least from that range. But there you go, guys. New meta. That's what it'd be. New meta, I suppose. Harpooner on the server just said, "Are there no modded cars?" Well, I always wondered. I don't know if the Los Santos customs, like, cause in regular GTA 5, whatever the fuck it is, right? You can add, an armor upgrade, engine upgrade, blah blah blah. I'm not too sure if you can do that here. I think the Los Santos customs is just cosmetic, if I'm not mistaken. I think in some situations it would make sense to, do some engine upgrades to it, especially if you're trying to rob somewhere. But I guess the armor upgrades would be a bit too OP because weapon damage is already adjusted to, compensate. Because, when it comes to chases in NG, much different than in SAMP, the thing about SAMP is that
you can prolong them quite a bit.
Yeah,
I
you
think
can.
that whole, immunity when you got out of the car, which I think in SAMP was a little bit bugged, because, you can get arrested while you're still in the car, like, in that in-between state.
When you get in, yeah.
Yeah, so, and, you could prolong them pretty good in this one. I prolonged some chases out to, like, 15 minutes the other day. Just switching cars and shit like that.
That's the big thing. People gotta switch cars, like as I did in that
Yeah, you gotta use that. You gotta use that immunity. That's 4 seconds or whatever. It's you can swap out a car and not get arrested and be on your way.
Yeah, if you gotta. Jinosuke just said, if you do low suspension, your car has more acceleration. I think. Well, I gotta check that out actually, because when I take a look at these chases, I need some acceleration. Some of the sports cars in this game don't have great acceleration. Like the first 2 seconds after you crash, you're kind of a turtle. So I gotta look into that as well. But yeah, I was saying that last week. A lot of these people, they don't know about the arrest immunity. Like, you gotta use that immunity to your advantage, punks. All right, your car is about to blow up. Don't wait for your car to blow up. All right, you gotta go somewhere.
Or do so and position it in a way that's gonna blow up a cop or some shit, and switch out real quick. You got 4 seconds.
Exactly. You gotta use.
The other day I drove my flaming car right next to the gas station, switched the car, and it blew up the gas station and the cop died. You gotta be quick thinking.
Yeah, there you go. It's a different thing, It's a different thing because in SAMP, half the chase was just getting to the side of the warrants, You couldn't do constant damage on people.
Yeah, just catch up to it basically, and hope that the chaser, the person you're chasing, fucks up, and you can catch up. That's pretty much all it was.
Exactly. Yeah. In some way, it kind of evens out because in SAMP again, like you said, like we said, you gotta catch up, and then you do the bulk of damage when you get to them. Here you chip away. Cops can just chip away. They can drive by and chip away at your vehicle health as they drive.
Or if they're lucky, they can get a headshot or something and chip away at your health as well. But it takes a while.
Or get a ram, that too. But yeah, the chases I've seen so far, I don't know. We'll probably get there. The helicopter thing probably helps as well. They're not as long as some in SAMP. Civilians chase with the Phantom Custom was huge, mainly because that car, first of all, it has great acceleration, pretty good top speed, very tough, I think a lot more people should probably use like the Hauler Custom, Phantom Custom to run from people because it's, you know, strong, fast, at least for its size, blah blah. You know, he was ramming into my car and, you know, set on fucking fire and shit. Can knock a police car from full health to 0 in no time, you know. So, you know, it is useful. You know, these sports cars are fast, blah blah, but you gotta have strength as well. And that's
you know, another car, you know, that I like to highlight is the you know, like the vans and stuff that you can. They have like the doors that open in the back. You can actually use your assault rifles out the back of that, and the gang burrito, DMH and I were using that the other day. And,
oh shit!
I mean, we had 2 people in the back with assault rifles, and I mean, we just killed any cop that came near us. I mean, they could chase us, but there was just absolutely nothing they could do, you know, with the assault rifles out the back. So that's a capability there.
What I've noticed is that people don't know, or they don't realize that people have not been trying to bribe me so much in the chases. Is it different in this game? I don't know, but
I don't think a lot of people think that people accept bribes. I've noticed I get denied bribes a lot.
They don't even offer me any. Like I haven't had many.
I've noticed, you know, a lot of people just don't even offer, or
Yeah.
I'll offer to a cop and they don't even refuse it. They just let it expire, which I thought is stupid because, I mean, if you refuse it, you know, they get a warrant. Level up.
15k, the max.
I believe so. I mean, that's all I ever offer.
What's the minimum?
Okay.
Is there like a minimum to bribe?
Probably 1,000, I think.
Oh, I thought it was way more than that. But yeah, I haven't tested that out at all. I haven't tried to give a bribe. I don't even surrender. Like when I'm a warrant, right? It's like,
I mean, I think honestly
surrender.
the bribe limit should be raised a little bit. You know, just to incentivize the cops to accept it.
Yeah, true. Because a lot of cops had complained that there's not a lot of money in playing cop.
Right.
And, the bonuses have had to be increased like 2 or 3 times as well. So I don't even know what it is now. But yeah, I mean, I suppose there should be like, oh, I don't know how the cop system is actually because I don't really play it. I've only got 8 arrests, so I have no idea. I haven't played it in weeks, but you know, when it comes to the, you know, the killing warrants and all that, of course there should, in my opinion, be like a bonus or a much higher payout for arresting. It's a risk free.
It's a lot more risk free because, I mean, people don't usually kill cops unless they need to, you know. So you're not constantly dying and losing shit. I think he's referring to playing cop in general.
You think it's more risk free than Samp? Huh.
No, I thought he was talking about playing cop as risk free compared to Civ, about money making.
You know, it depends who you mess with. If you mess with DMH, it's a lot of risks there, I think, you know?
Oh yeah, you'll be chasing a while.
Yes.
Well, yeah, true. I mean, you know, dying in general is, you know, less risky in this game here than in Crazy Bob's. I was just
well,
yeah, 15k is nothing.
Yeah,
I'd like to get a lot of money from flying and killing people from the plane because here, if somewhere is a lot of risks, you know, flying, I get dying all the time.
On them. That's okay.
Can you add like a big bonus for the pilot cops?
A bonus for the pilot cops?
Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah, like a takedown bonus for the airplane takedown or some shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was saying, like, there should be, like, oh, look at this cocksucker. $406 stolen. Yes, nice job. But, you know, there should be, like, a arrest bonus hierarchy. Like, you arrest a warrant. You arrest a warrant with the resist star.
In a plane.
In a plane, even, you know, but, you know, the more difficult, this guy, the more
You just gotta
difficult.
place more value on those higher
Exactly.
difficulty arrests.
100%. Yeah, exactly. Basically, more difficult arrests should get more cash. All over, takedowns, you get less money, blah, blah. Sometimes you have to take them down, but, if you're good enough
Don't want to reward him for that.
Yeah, exactly. Don't want to reward too much for taking down, but, the highest degree difficulty, arresting those dudes with the resist star, they're shooting at you, blah, blah. That's the big thing. The big wig. Let's see here. Let's bin see. Drug dealers can plant 6 plants. There are a lot of people, a lot of cops out there that just patrol Blaine County for people, planting drugs. I called them like bored yesterday because I'm like, dude, if I'm playing cop, I ain't trying to fuck around and, try to stalk people with their fucking,
snoop around the map and
snoop
shit.
around the map like fucking Cop Dan and shit.
Oh god.
Yeah, you want to snoop around like that cocksucker and see whether or not somebody's planning drugs. That's kind of boring gameplay, whatever the case may be. That's why I mainly like playing at nights when the Borats are asleep.
American hours.
It's American hours. There are less people, less dumbasses, less snoopers, and all that. I think it's easier to make cache at night as well. You can, if you don't got any hunting licenses, go out in Blaine County, kill some hawks. Nobody's gonna mess around like that. The meat market, by the way, guys, is very high, so go and hunt. Yeah. Thing about this as well, once the open beta started, player count was pretty big. The scale for player counts is very different, I guess, compared to the Crazy Bombs, because there we were used to the 200 players and all that.
200 players on both servers.
Both servers, yeah. We're so used to that here in the start of the open
Not
beta.
LV only.
Yes, yeah, not only LV, Los Santos, San Fierro had huge amounts of players too. In the NG, it was kind of funny to have people say, 55 people was a lot. I know the limit was 64 at the time, but
I think as highest I did see was 75, and that was when it was still at 64 slots.
I don't even know how that's possible, honestly.
I have no idea, but it happened.
Yeah, it did no extra cost, I guess, to the one hosting, I suppose. But
apparently not.
Yeah, since then though, it's cooled down a little bit. I'm sure there are 43 on it right now. I'm sure there are a lot of factors. It's been September. It's past Labor Day, as the Borats would say. They put the U in labor, right?
Yeah, just wait till it cools down outside and people are cooped up for the winter.
That's true. They might come right back. I wondered as well, what would this server been like if it was developed 2 years prior? The COVID in full-fledged brought in. Oh, I see it. What the fuck's going on here? The COVID was in full-fledged. People were on CNR and shit. Look, there's a huge. Oh my god. Nice job.
Oh my god.
Nice job, Hendrik.
Good job, man.
Oh, the gravity, man.
Nice job, Hendrik. He had some explosive.
I mean, what is? We got like 15 cops on one guy over here.
The cops have been bored. That was the only warrants. Yeah, that was the only warrants in the city right there. But
did they get him? I just see.
Yes, the guy got destroyed.
Taken down with excessive force.
Yes, he got destroyed.
I wonder why.
Because of the million cops that were out there, Flyer.
Because of bank robbery now. Let's go.
That's the bank robbery, huge. But we'll bin see, if there's more interest from the 5M cocksuckers. You know, I've always said, as a Murican, that the server should be hosted or advertised as a Murican server. Let's take a look. You know, Casino server. Agreed, is what he said?
I agree. Yeah,
agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, US server.
It should be a Murica server. Let's take a look. Like Casino server, right? Casino CNR, right? I don't know how much people are on the server right now, but the player counts were pretty comparable. They're advertised as a Murican server. And this server, I've never been on that server, but obviously this server is a lot more, you know, more features been worked on better than that server. That's right, Ducati says, seen who? That's right. The quality of this server is much better. I hear that server crashes 3 times an hour, which is, you know, great. This server is clearly better, you know what I mean? But
I have seen it maybe crash 1 time since I played. And that was Mellowhammer's fault, I think.
Oh, yeah, there haven't been, you know, catastrophic issues with this server yet, you know, but then again, I haven't seen the count in a few weeks, but, you know, the player counts may be comparable in certain times. So I'm saying, guys, you know, put the American flag out there. I understand that all y'all devs and all this shit are all Europe or Europe alleging or Europe lovers, you know, but give it a chance, you know what I mean? Last time or the first time, Cheater's Paradise, that's right, well, I guess they have no anti-cheat, huh? But the first time I pitched this idea, you know, some Borat, I ain't gonna say his name, he, because I was looking at, like, the traffic of the 5M site, country by country or some shit, and Murica was on top. I think at the time it was like 11% or whatever it is, but Borat.
I mean, like you said earlier, you know, you look at the player counts during those American hours, and it is a little lower. And you know, I think that if the American players that are browsing through the server lists and whatnot see that lower ping, you know, they're more inclined to join the server.
Exactly. Nobody likes.
We have a pretty. I'd say we have a pretty strong European-based player count at this time. I mean, you look at my time, which is like, I don't know, 9 a.m. Eastern to like 4, 5, 6 p.m. Eastern, and you got, you know, close to the full server almost some days.
That's true for Borats. That's 2 p.m. to like 11 p.m. in like England. So a few Borats that want the translation.
Yes, I'm the country of Europe.
Yes, I was gonna get to that. Yes, the Borat, you know, he gave me an argument. He showed me the American population, and he showed me, the United States of America population, right? And he showed me the European Union population and said that the European Union has, you know, I think like 90 million more people than America. And I'm like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, what are we doing? Of course, obviously, I suppose, if you combine all of the countries of Europe, then it has more traffic than what comes from America. But what are we doing, guys? Like, what is the European Union?
Yeah, when you compare one country versus, you know, 20, 30, whatever the hell.
What is the European Union?
Exactly. Because first of all, guys, all right, some of the best countries in Europe are not in the Europe Union. Well, okay, that's subjective. But Norway, for example, right, is not in the Europe Union. The UK is not in the Europe Union. The flag is the UK, right? But yeah, we want to give stats about the European Union and what the population is. You know, what are we doing, guys? You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna give me stats, please give me stats of people in continental Europe, please. I don't give a shit about the European Union. All the European Union is trying to copy the United States. Let's be real about this, cocksucker, alright?
Agreed.
That's right, y'all trying to copy. Y'all got 25, 30, 35 countries, you know, as a union. They're all fucking countries, guys, alright? If you want to have the Europe Union be a country, right? Call it a country and, you know, have all these other countries that, you know, call them states, you know what I mean? But don't give me stats about the Europe Union and exclude European countries who are too good, frankly, to be in the European Union because it doesn't make any damn sense. You know what I mean? It's also a meme because in the UK, I don't think, well, yeah, I don't think you can have traffic switch to the other side. I don't think that can happen. But, you know, on the UK, blah, blah, drive on the left. The rules say drive on the right. It's like, okay, all right, dude.
As in not left.
As in not left. So, you know, I don't understand whatsoever, you know. Surely, maybe, you know, if you switch the flag to Murica, it could backfire, right? It could. But I'd say try it.
I mean, I'd
You know what I
say,
mean?
you know, the people that are playing from Europe on here that are regulars, I mean, they're going to stay regardless of where
Exactly.
the server's hosted. And, you know, you're going to attract, you know, all those great American players.
Exactly, because there are plenty of Americans I've seen that have said, "Where's this monstrosity hosted?" And everybody
Yeah, we
said,
are the Borats now. I mean, I used to get, on Crazy Bob's, I'd get 30 ping, and now I'm 130.
yeah, I used to get like 35, now I have 100.
And, you know, that's, and, you know, me example, you know, when I first started playing Crazy Bob in, like, 2006, he had it hosted on his home PC, and the only reason I joined the server and found it was because it was the lowest ping server on the list. And you know, me being a little kid, I don't know what the hell that means, but a low number sounded good to me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you learn quick, like when your internet was shit back in that time, and everybody's internet was shit back then. You would see your ping go to fucking huge numbers, right? And you knew that was a bad thing. You would fucking, you would click on the SAM
The lag shot,
yeah,
you know, and all that.
yeah, lag shots. You know, the PH guys, 350 ping, gotta fucking aim in fucking
Two
Thailand or some
screens
shit.
across.
Exactly, it's fucking dumb. But yeah, you know, just try it. Just try it, guys. You know, switch that shit to the American flag, and maybe something will change. You know, who knows? Who knows? I don't know, but I think it is a worth try.
Yeah, at least
You
give
know?
it a trial, and I mean, you can always put it back.
That's true. You can always put it back to the UK. Who likes the UK?
And you know,
anyway, honestly?
I'm not too sure exactly what, you know, what does high ping even do in GTA 5. You know,
I
I
have no
understand
idea.
in SAM, you know, you'd be, you know, with lag shot or whatever, you'd be shooting like 2 screens away, and you know, have to compensate for all that shit. But I mean, on here, I honestly haven't really seen myself lag.
Yeah, I have no idea what it does. You know, like this ain't CS joke. Like high ping, I don't really think matters, right? Or
I don't know. I'm curious how the hit registration, whether it's, you know, if you hit it on your screen or their screen, you know, I don't know how any of that works.
Oh, I've got something about that. I've got 3% packet loss though. Do you know? Because I've got the FPS
I'm at
CPU.
4% personally.
4%. Hendrik, what is your packet loss?
How do I check? I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Press F8 and then overlays draw performance, I think.
Let's see. I googled it to see how you put it on. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. 5M.
You just press F8 and then hit overlays.
Oh.
Oh, 1%, I think. PL.
Yeah,
1%.
He's in Europe, so you got all these American players losing packets left and right. 4 times packet loss.
Yeah, rip in peace. See, that's what it'd be. So, this would be Borats.
Here's another new car right there, I think. Reaper.
Reaper. I don't have DL turned on. But yeah, there are a lot of new cars in there. But yeah, you know, the thing about it is, with the guns, right? It is a little bit like in Crazy Bob's, where Crazy Bob had kind of compensated for the lag comp. There's the gang burrito. Crazy Bob had like compensated for lag comp a little bit by like making like every other shot, you know, go into space. Like for example, like you shoot 30 shots, no bursting, right? Probably like 15 would actually register, like on purpose.
Or actually do any damage, basically.
Exactly. I don't know if it's a 5M thing or a server thing, but basically, for example, right, the assault rifle, the standard one, is the worst assault rifle in the game, by far. Shit, it's terrible. But Bega did a test, right? Because he tested all of the assault rifles and their time to kill. I mean, it seems so crazy, I don't think it's accurate, but he told me that the assault rifle kills in 3.2 seconds, whereas all the other ones, most of the other ones, except for the military rifle, kills in like 5.5. And I'm like, what is that? Doesn't make any damn sense. And then I thought, we're seeing, the rounds per minute of all the other assault rifles is like 550. And for the regular assault rifles, like 360. So maybe none of those shots get ghosted. Like, they all hit because the RPM is shit. And it's like, only in fucking 5M, which doesn't make any damn sense. For the shittiest assault rifle, get the best one, or the near best one. So, nice meme. That's one of the reasons why the assault rifle is more expensive than some of the better rifles. Because the thing about it is, GTA Online has like a different health armor system. Apparently, in GTA Online, your max health is like 370, but your max armor is 50. Whereas here, we're still in that, you know, pre-GTA 4 era of 100 armor, 100 health, you know? And the guns and their performances don't function the same because we have less health. Whatever the fuck it is, I don't know. Combined with the, you know, ghosting of fucking shots. So that's what it'd be. It doesn't really sit well with me that the assault rifle is more expensive than some of the other better assault rifles. But, you know, that's how it'd be for now, I suppose. But there's a tip for all you guys out there. The assault rifle is actually decent. Or good, or whatever the fuck it is.
What about the MK2? How's that one?
Well, the problem with the MK2s, you know, they are... The MK2s are, in their standard states, they're somewhat better. Like, but not enough to justify a huge price hike. Like, the MK2 weapons were released in GTA Online so that they could have customization like explosive rounds and, you know, all this other stuff. I don't really know because I don't have any of them in GTA
Wow, this arrest presence here right now on the server is pretty major.
Yeah, there's not enough warrants anywhere. We got this guy's very smart. He's got a stockade. It's a very strong vehicle.
Yeah, he's just eating those bullets up.
Jesus Christ, how many cops are these? It's like 7 cars.
Oh, and the plane!
Whoa, look at this cocksucker! He blew himself up.
Yeah,
QNVN.
Just
he took one
kamikazed.
He took one for the police force.
Well, it kind of looks like it didn't need to be done because he's still going.
Pearson, I got the perfect answer for you. Like I said earlier in the show, TheKillaer, he's got a 3080 Ti and a webcam mic. That's what's going on right now. Oh, he quit to avoid! He quit to avoid! Right?
Oh,
no,
wow.
Oh no, he got arrested.
He did?
My bad. He got arrested.
Oh.
But yeah, that's what's going on, P-Pope.
Why do I sound awful?
In 2021 standards, yes, but you sound fine. You sound fine, but
as long as you guys can understand me, that's all that
Your
matters.
voice sounds drastically different than it did 10 years ago.
Well, that's another thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's grown up since then. He was like, what, 13 back then, so, you know.
Shit, yeah, I started playing.
I guess I just expected
was like
the killer
11.
to go, what the fuck do you see?
Oh yeah, buckets guy.
Buckets guy. Yeah, that's what it'd be. But yeah, the MK2 assault rifles, like, they're not drastically different. They are meant to have upgrades that would not work in this game mode. And nice job. We have to wait for a fucking wait, there is no.
There are no trains.
There are no trains. Okay, excellent. Well, that's how it be, is, you know. But,
my understanding is that bots aren't really possible in 5M. Is that true?
I don't know, but they should be. That would help in the situation. But yeah, you know, the MK2. We first thought of removing the non-MK2 weapons for you know, aesthetics, just for the name. You know, MK2. Oh, sounds great. Just like the pink thing, right? Wait, how do you get out of here?
Yeah, that's how I'm trying to figure it out.
I've been here in single player, like
right here.
recently.
It says exit on the wall.
Let's see. But
My best guess regarding the bots, with SAMP you could open multiple clients, and it's probably more feasible to have bots running off of multiple clients in SAMP. Don't quote me on it because I haven't done any development there. But if you take that same concept and apply the principle to 5M, every individual needs their own Steam client running in order to connect to the server.
Yeah, see, I know in
Steam
SAMP,
client.
my understanding in SAMP was like basically, you know, you played and did a sort of like a recording where you walk around or drive around or do whatever. So, you know, all those bots in Crazy Bob's and SAMP, you know, Crazy Bob or whoever drove around and actually did those routes, and I think they like recorded it or something like that.
That's true.
Yeah, I remember doing it like that in the past when I scripted a little bit.
That's been true, actually, yeah. Crazy Bob did all those, like the bot bus routes or some shit.
Yeah, you had to, like, you know, basically manually drive it as if you were the bot, and what you wanted to do is what it would be in the game mode.
A rogue NPC right here, look at this shit.
So he had to walk down the strip and back, right?
Yes, it was all manual. Yep.
I'm not, you know, saying that that's not part of the process for making the bots, but more so like how you get the bots running on SAMP. Like that's
Right.
That's
Yeah.
assumption is
True.
how-
Yeah. I don't remember. I want to say that I don't think it was part of the script, but it may have been.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is he did the dudes by himself, whatever the fuck it is. Maybe as popes it could be.
But even,
Similar.
you know, the NPCs that are driving on the roads and walking around, you know, really, you know, breathe some life into this big ass map that we play on.
Exactly, that was what was missing from SAMP, as well as the grass.
Yeah, I mean, you go, yeah, in SAMP, you know, you go outside of the main city and there's hardly anything besides, you know, like the bot drug dealers and shit.
Yep, exactly. Speaking of the grass, guys, make sure you turn the grass quality down to normal, right? I've had situations where I've been recording and the grass quality makes the GPU usage go to 100%, so you don't want that to happen. Well, I guess if you're playing, that's fine, but if you're recording, you don't want that to happen, because the recording looked a bit Borat-y when I looked at it, so make sure your grass quality, you know...
Oh yeah, I had to lower mine all the way. I was getting, you know, like 50 FPS, and in grass I dropped down to like 20.
Rip in peace. See, no wonder why in SAMP they just removed all the grass. It's like,
Right, it's just like a flat carpet.
Yeah. Now I understand. The FPS guys goes in the tank with grass, turn that shit to normal. You know, do whatever the fuck else you want to do, but turn that grass to normal, bitches. That's what it be. Is there anything else in this changelog here? Third property for donating players. Yep, there you go. I bought my first house in Vinewood Hills because, like I said before, it makes a lot of sense. That's why we need more Murica inputs, right?
Send me that co-owner key.
I'll give you that co-owner key. Like, can I do it from here, or do I have to be at the house?
No, you can just co-own, I think, my name and then the property name.
But that's, do you get more taxes if you co-own, like...
I don't believe that co-owners, it's part of their wealth. I don't think so. Because I only have one house and I'm co-owner on like 8 houses, and I don't get taxed as much as I think I should.
Oh, well, in that case, that would be good. That'd be good in that case. Ducati said, "Are you staying for the Abdul interview? Abdul Rahman?" I don't know what he sounds like. Hopefully Blister interviews him. Blister's the new interviewer around here. You know, he does such a great
He was
job.
saying,
with
is that the guy who's saying he wanted to advertise or something? And
Who?
for
Yes.
some reason, he keeps asking if he could do it instead of
Yes,
just doing
that guy.
it.
That guy, yes. Hendrik, Abdel Rahman in the NG Discord. You're supposed to interview that guy.
Who said that? I did. I'm going to sleep soon.
Ducati said that you gotta been do it. You know what I mean? You're the new interviewer around here. You know what I mean? But
Congratulations.
yeah,
Great.
great.
Not the great, yeah.
Yes, new responsibility. But yeah, I bought the first house, Vinewood Hills. You know, obviously because
How
You know,
much?
it was, I think it was 3.4 million. Now, you know, I had this thing where, you know, houses in the hood were more expensive than houses in Vinewood Hills, and I think Propel Pat was like, GG, gentrification in NG. And I'm like, bro, listen, who doesn't help? You know, listen,
Have you seen LA prices, housing prices?
I have not, but LA is not a place that's, you know, that desirable. Well, it depends who you are, but yeah. But the thing about it is, like, who does it help? You know, I guess putting some respect on the hood, by accident, by the way, by making the houses very expensive, that doesn't really help the hood, especially.
You know, the utility of the house is there no matter how much the house price is. So I think that at the very least, the expensive, nice houses on the hill should be raised, and you know the hood prices don't. I don't even think it really matters. You know, because the utility of the house is still there no matter where it is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if you know those houses that are up on the hill, you know, if they could get doubled or something, you know, just for you know the exterior and interior and whatnot, I think that would make sense.
Exactly. You know, that's 100% true. I mean, right now I'm looking at the hood area in like Davis and Rancho, right? There are like tens of homes here, but only 2 are bought. 2.
Yeah,
3,
those
excuse
big
me.
block of houses.
Yes. There's like a block apartment area. I think. Yeah, there are 2 bought here. One is Tank, I know for sure.
I mean, there's just no reason to buy a house there when you can go and buy a nice one on the hill for the same price. You know,
Exactly.
that just kind of ties into just raising the prices of those houses on the hill.
That's true, and most of the activity, like, is in, you know, the downtown area. You know, the only activity in the hood is the Benny's heist, and there's like a drug den somewhere. But there isn't a lot of activity in the hood, you know. And you got to go down here to do smuggling, but smuggling's not very, you know, profitable, in my opinion. So, you know, this neighborhood here in El Burro Heights, there's like, I would say 20 houses here. Only 2 were bought next to each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it at all. This is why you don't don't have Europs in charge of house prices, obviously, because American would know where the hood is and the value of the hood based on hill houses. I mean, I think it already would be intuitive because hill houses in Los Santos and Samp, right, were the most desired houses.
They were, and
Yeah.
I think that the pricing in Samp made kind of sense. I mean, the hood houses were like what, 5 million, and then Prickle Pine was what, 15 or 30,
Yeah,
from what I
exactly.
remember.
Yes, the houses in the better places, Prickle Pine, Prickle Pine, and
Vinewood
Mulholland.
Hills
Yeah,
and on LS or whatever.
yeah, they were priced reflectively, you know. But here, not at all. So guys, you know, before that gets fixed, if it gets fixed, buy up all the Vinewood Hills houses.
Buy it while it's cheap.
Yeah, because even in the DMH hill right here, the Vinewood Estates, weren't these houses like 4 million or some shit?
Well, one of them was, I believe, 8. One was another 8, and then one was
Oh.
10 million.
Oh, all right.
But I mean, that's still, you know, compared to the Hood house that was 8 million, and I mean, you got this nice, big, huge mansion, basically.
When are you gonna convince the Borat Stepa to sell his house? Up
I
there?
ask him all the time. He says it's not for sale, but we will acquire it one day.
This one day it'll be acquired if there is a reset.
And, you know, the funny thing is, you know, I actually wanted that house when we first pulled up here, and then, you know, we had to settle on the one at the end there because some Borat bought it. And you
Yeah.
can't even go through this door here.
I think the best thing when we first bought the first mansion on the hills was Killer and I. We both drove up to the house that Dimmitz first got.
Yeah, this
For
Dimmitz.
Dimmitz in Blaine County.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just a Trevor trailer trash piece of shit.
Well, you know, and it made it funny because, you know, here's me and Peepo, you know, this is our first time playing NG, and, you know, Dimmitz has been putting in work, you know, working hard, beta testing, training to be admin and all that, and he gives us the co-owner keys, and, you know, we're driving, navigating to it, and I'm expecting some sort of mansion and stuff, right, and we pull up, and it's literally like some Trevor trailer, shitty, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So, you know, that's when we started grinding and bought that mansion over there.
There you go, guys. There you go. DMH is, they're working, they're bouncing. Where's Sam? What is Sam doing? I don't see Sam doing a damn thing. Not getting a
Sam
single
is
house.
dead.
Sam is dead. They're all Borats. They ain't doing a damn thing. DMH buying up all the properties in Vinewood Hills. And it's funny because there are two Sam cocksuckers on the, lead dev team, but they're just feeding into DMH's success.
Retired Sam.
That's how it be. So Sam is dead and finished. Speaking of finished, been on an hour and a half, you know what I mean? Pretty bouse. Special guest host here, TheKillaer, right here. Make sure you buy weapons from that dude.
Buy guns.
Buy guns, buy your armor, and all that. You know,
Yeah, buy it now while it's cheap and the prices get balanced.
with that 20k for armor. GG.
Yeah, that's
GG.
you know, that's the world we live in. I have to sell armor for 20k because, you know, the credits are about that much, you know.
Yeah, they've been crazy. Gun runners, get out there, get your cash, buy the mansions. Shout out to Corleone. He bought what, a $45 million mansion, Peepo, right?
God damn.
Is that the amount, or 42 or something like that? He bought it when the market was very high, and
45, I mean.
45, yep. And then the market went to shit like a few days later.
Yeah, and you know, the pricing is a little weird because that mansion we bought was, you know, weeks and weeks ago when the market was, you know, extremely low comparatively, and when I look at the sell to the bank price, it's
There's a cocksucker coming. There's
it's
a
low.
cocksucker. Yeah, I mean, at that point, there was really no, like... What is this? You found your house save point. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I mean, at that point, right? Let me see what Peepop's talking about here. But at that point, there was like no, there was no point in sight where it seemed like the market was going to go low. This is your house save point, Peepop? How's that possible? Hold on. How is that been possible? Hold on.
Right next to it.
Let me get to Peepo here. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Yeah, let me get to Peepo first.
Oh, hang on.
Oh shit. Gotta hold the mouse and hold on.
Oh yeah, this is actually one of the other DMH houses over here, right on the beach.
Oh, is there one?
Yes, there is. I think the one right here on the corner is Dimmits, I believe.
Up this
Yeah,
Dimmits.
I don't see any that are owned. Oh, okay.
Is that your garage point?
The map
All the way
marker,
down here.
right here. The map markers don't actually match up sometimes. It's
What do
one
you
of
mean?
these. I think it's the second floor right here. Well, I've noticed that sometimes the map markers, it'll show green, and you're like, I own this, and you walk up to it, and it's not even a house that's for sale or owned or anything.
Bugged. That's how it be. But oh, well, I see a checkpoint down here.
Oh, okay.
Checkpoint down here at the ground. But yeah, that'll been do for the Punkery show. Like I said, GG, special guest host, TheKillaer. Peepote Pearson here as well. Next week, hopefully, Cashe is back. And hopefully, like I said, she's on the seaside. She really does need to find a man. So hopefully she finds a man at the seaside because the biological clock is ticking, cocksucker.
Yep, she's got 1 month.
She's got 1 month.
1 month
to find a
lock
man.
down.
That's right. That's right. So,
What are we talking about here?
we're talking about Cashe, the usual co-host, but she's on the seaside trying to find a man. You know what I mean? Her biological clock is ticking,
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
She's getting up there.
She's getting up there, yup. She's got to find a man. She's got to let a man mold her into what she needs to be. You know what I mean? And that's what it be. Because time is ticking. Can't mess around. So let's hope that Cashe finds a man. Very important. You know what I mean?
Very much good luck to you.
Yes, good luck to her in finding that man and the Slovenian seaside. That'll been do it. This been the Punkery show. For TheKillaer and Peepote Pearson, this is Rashawn. We'll see you next time on the Punkery show.